Welcome to KY Connect. Today, I'm so excited for you to meet George. George is one of my best friends and a world-renowned group fitness instructor. One of the things that George does really well is that he builds personal connection with people very quickly when he meets them for the first time. I think it's an amazing skill. So, let's meet George. All right, thanks for joining me today, George, from your beautiful studio in Hong Kong. Good to see you.
Hello.
I think one of the things that you do really well is that you connect with people very quickly when you meet them for the first time, right? How do you do it? How do you build rapport quickly when you meet people for the first time?
So my job is a group fitness instructor. So I usually see a group of people. I seldom would do one-on-one, so it's always a group situation. Before the actual class that I teach, I would ask people how many of them are doing class for the first time, what are their experience, and then I will need to read their body language and how they respond to the question, and then I will react accordingly, because I noticed some of the clients or students, maybe they're teaching classes already, they're instructors, so I need to present certain way. Maybe I have some people who is first time ever taking the class, so I need to behave differently.
Okay, so you're kind of really good at it. How did you learn how to do this?
By making mistakes.
Okay.
It's a great way to learn, and I've been teaching for 16 years now. And at the beginning, honestly, before I became a fitness instructor, I was an introvert. I was afraid to stand in front of people, to make a speech or even talk. And by experience and doing more and more years after years, and then making mistakes, and then you learn from it, that's how I actually became the person I am today. I feel comfortable talking to people, and just get out of your comfort zone and just don't be shy.
So based on you doing so well and the way that you have learned, so for people who are listening to our interview, right? So if they want to build rapport with people around them in the corporate world, what tip or tips do you give them when they're kind of meeting people for the first time and trying to build rapport?
I would say get to know the person. So maybe ask them questions and then really listen to the answer. And from the way they answer, you can probably process and then create a way to communicate with that person that you can connect with them.
Okay, so building connections through asking questions and really listening to them, and then adapting your response to them. All right, great tip. Thank you very much, George. See you around. Thank you. Now that we've heard from George, one of the best ways to build personal connection with people is by asking them questions and then really listening to what they're saying. I often think that asking questions and listening are two sides of a coin. What do I mean by that? The type of questions that you ask and the way you ask it determines the answer that you get. That means the better your questions, the better the responses that allows you to listen better. So, I would like to focus on asking the right questions. Let's say you've just started a new project team and you're meeting them for the first time. Taking George's advice, I need to ask them questions. The first question that you ask your team is, do you want to be part of this team? Not a great way to start. Let's try another type of question. What do you want to achieve in this team? I think that's a little bit better. But let me give you another type of question. What impact do we want to create with this project when it completes? Another example would be, how would we all want to feel when we finally complete this project? I think the last two questions may give you a little bit more responses that is valuable in building connections with your teams. What I've just done is actually introduce three types of questions. The first type of questions are closed questions. People can answer with a yes or a no, and it doesn't reveal much. The second type of questions are open questions. They often start with why, when, what, who, and how. They reveal a little bit more. The third type of questions are the best, powerful questions. They are speculative, they are evaluative, and they tap into the emotions of the listener. It allows them to reveal a little bit more to you. My tip for all of you today is this. Think about three powerful questions that you like to practice on, and then practice it on a day-to-day to see if this helps you build better connections. Best of luck, and see you again on KY Connect.